It is officially Summerween. Last year we participated in Summerween and we had a blast. We knew we had to do it again this year, so we have our spooky books with us, we have our spooky clothes on, and we're ready to get started.
If you didn't already know, Summerween is a week-long readathon hosted by Gabby Reads. She does it every year, and it's basically a whole week of reading Halloween-themed books during the summer. She has a whole list of prompts, so we brought books that apply to those prompts. The prompts for this year are read a book in the dark, read a thriller or a horror book, read a book with the night sky on the cover, read a book with 5 words in the title, and then read a book that takes place in the summer. We'll go ahead and go over which books we brought.
For the mystery or horror, I brought The Teacher by Frida McFadden or How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. These are both ones that I've wanted to read. I just put it on my 24 books I want to read by the end of 2024 list. So I think either one of these would be a great option for that.
For that prompt, I brought a horror book, The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. Same deal, it was on my 24 list, so I decided to bring it today. This one is a little bit of a twist on horror though, because I know it's also supposed to be humorous.
Then I also brought The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda for the night sky one. I think this is more of sun-setting sky, but I'm gonna say it counts.
I also brought my Megan Miranda book for my night sky prompt. This is The Last House Guest, and it is on my July TBR, so maybe I'll read this one today.
Then for the one where it takes place in summer, I decided to bring Something in the Water by Catherine Stedman. I'm always so scared to pick this one up though, because I love going in the beach and I feel like this is gonna really scare me and make me second guess wanting to get in the water. So I don't know if I want to read this one right now. We'll see.
My book that takes place in the summer is Blackout. This is technically on both of our TBRs for this month, so maybe I'll wait for you to read it. I'm not sure yet, but it does take place in the summer. It's like a blackout in New York City and we're following a bunch of different stories. I think that could be fun.
And then I feel like this one is a free pass because it's a book that you'll read in the dark. I have Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose. This is our Literal Besties Book Club book for the month, and I feel like I should start it already, so I picked that one for that prompt.
Mine for that prompt is Our Crooked Hearts by Melissa Albert. This one, like you said in the TBR video, I feel like has to be read during Summerween, so I think this one could be perfect. And for the prompt that says a book with 5 words in the title, we both chose They Wish They Were Us by Jessica Goodman because it's on both of our TBRs. And this movie's coming out soon. I thought it was perfect that I had 5 words. So that is our Summerween stacks for today. I think we have a good round of books here. Today's gonna be really chill though. We're just gonna read some spooky books. We're gonna put our spooky vibes on. We're gonna have some snacks and hopefully we get a lot of reading done. What book do you think you're gonna start with?
I think I want to start with The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda. This one is on my July TBR, and something about it, it seems like it's perfect to read right now.
Should I read my Megan Miranda? That might be fun to both read the same author but different books. I think I'll go with my Megan Miranda too then. This will be our first Megan Miranda book, so I guess we'll see if we like them.
I don't really remember much about mine. I just know they are survivors somehow, so I think it's good to go into it a little bit blindly.
Alright, these are going to be our first picks of the day. We're just going to go ahead and start reading, and then we will update you guys in a little bit.
Reading for a little bit. I feel like my book is already going pretty good. So in this one, there's a group of survivors who were in a really bad tragedy like a decade ago. So the students who were able to escape and survive, of course, their lives have been changed forever. A year after that tragedy, one of the survivors ended up killing themselves. So all of the survivors decided that they're going to make a pact where every year on the anniversary of that tragedy, they're going to come together to kind of be there for each other and commemorate that tragedy and everything. Cassidy is our main point of view girly, but I do think it's interesting that we get all of the other survivors' point of view in flashbacks of that horrible, tragic night. As for Cassidy though, I don't know if I really like her. She wanted to distance herself from all of these people and kind of like cut them out of her lives, and she was like pretty much forced to be here. She doesn't seem to really like any of these people, and every time she's encountering one of these people, she's like in her head thinking, would I save them and why? And it's like for a petty reason.
Would I save them from what?
Just anything.
Oh
like,
my god.
Would I save save your life and why? Like, what use are you to me and to everyone?
Wow.
So being in her point of view, it's kind of like, girl, are you toxic? Like, are you crazy? You know? So I don't know. Right off the bat, I'm like, I don't know if she's trustworthy. She kind of seems unreliable, but it's going really well so far. But I'm already ready to know the full story of what happens that night. I feel like they're trying to slowly feed us information, and I don't like that. I feel like everybody knows what happened, and I'm in this friend group, and I'm like the only person who doesn't know what happened. And I just want somebody to tell me already.
I think that sounds pretty good though.
Yeah.
I think mine's going well. In this book, it takes place at this small beach town, and our main character, Avery, is waiting for her best friend Sadie to arrive at this party. Something ends up happening that night, and Sadie never makes it there. Her death was ruled a suicide, but it's a year later, and Avery finds Sadie's phone. So this starts bringing up a whole bunch of questions. It's definitely made things unclear, so Avery is determined to find out what actually happened to her best friend. Finding the phone kind of proves that there was foul play involved, so I'm just ready to figure out what happened. I love stories like this when our main character has to like investigate the mystery by herself, but I'm pretty into it so far, so I can't wait to find out what happened. I do like the writing and storytelling, and I have no predictions yet, but I can't wait to like meet everyone and start forming my own opinions.
Okay, so that's it for our first update. I think we're on a roll, so we're just gonna go ahead and keep on reading.
Guys, we're back. We have been reading for a little longer. We got a little bit tired, so we already took our Magic Mind. We talk about them all the time here on the channel. If you didn't already know, Magic Mind are these little all-natural productivity shots that help boost energy and focus. They really help anytime we're reading all day. Honestly, any type of content creation, these help out because they help us with our energy.
We have been taking the Magic Mind shots for quite some time this year, and I'm already noticing a huge difference in the amount I'm reading. I've definitely read the most this year than I've had any other year. So we definitely recommend if you're trying to get more reading done. We also know a lot of you guys are writers or aspiring authors. So if you need something to help you stay up late and keep on writing or keep on reading, we definitely recommend these. Or if you're just trying to start creating content and get that energy to really get up and start doing it, we highly recommend Magic Mind.
You guys know we love them. If you are interested, we do actually have a discount code for you guys. You can use our code LarandaReads20 to get 20% off your order. We will leave that and their link in the description. So let us know if you guys decide to try them out. Now let's go back into the books and let you guys know what's happened since our last update.
So mine's going a little bit crazy. Our main girly Cassidy, she has noticed that one of the survivors, Amaya, I believe her name is, has slipped away. She can't be found. She's not answering her phone. So something really weird is going on, especially because Amaya is kind of the girly who like organizes this whole thing for them every single year. And Cassidy's also finding a lot of mysterious things around the house. And there's also a really bad storm that is closing in on their beachfront property. So there's a lot happening with that. I honestly feel like the story is kind of dragging on, but it's also like the past and the present timelines, they're very different. Like when we're in the present, things are very slow, and then when you get into the past, it's like they're just throwing all this information at you, and it's really chaotic and like filled with action and all the horrible things that happen. So it's like you really have to pay attention to the past because they're giving you all the answers in that, but also they're not giving you everything. So it's like you kind of have to connect the dots together. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I feel like when we're in the present, it's a little bit slow and boring, and I'm just waiting for those past moments to really try and get answers, but then it's just being like thrown at us, and I don't know if I love that. But after getting to know all of these characters, I do think I know where the story is heading. I think I know what the twist is gonna be, so I'm ready to see if I'm right or if I'm off.
I'm sad that you're kind of not loving your book at this moment. I feel like mine is still going pretty well, but we are at that point in my book where everyone seems suspicious. I have no idea who to trust. Anytime a new character is introduced, I'm like, they did it. So I'm kind of in that moment right now. But Avery is still investigating. She's finding out new things. She's learning clues. She's asking around to see if anyone remembers what happened that night when Sadie disappeared. Nothing is really adding up right now. We do have two timelines as well. One in the past, one in the present. I'm not yet having that issue with the different pacings in both timelines. I feel like I'm enjoying both of them equally. It is a little bit infuriating though, because Avery is the only one actively trying to figure out what happened to Sadie, and since she's bringing all of these new clues and questions to the police, they're starting to like view her as a suspect, and it's like, why would she bring you all of this new evidence if she was the one to do something? You know what I mean? But I'm having a good time with it so far. I can't wait to see how they're gonna wrap it up.
We're just gonna continue on reading and then come back and update you guys when we have finished our Megan Miranda books. We have finished our books, finally. I don't know if I really liked it. I think it was too much of a slow burn mystery for me, if that makes sense. I just felt like from the beginning, I'm like, tell me what happened so I can understand. I don't like whenever it's like all of the characters in the book know something and the reader is the only one left out. The entire time I just felt like there was a big secret and I was the only one who didn't know what it was. I also felt like there was too many characters for me to really get to truly know and care about and have a connection with, other than Cassidy. And Cassidy was already too much for me from the beginning. I didn't really like being in her point of view. So I think I would have liked if we got to have another character that we got to know really well and be in their point of view just as much as we were in hers. I do think the ending was good. There was definitely a few plot twists that I didn't see coming, but again, it was nothing like shocking or jaw-dropping. It was a solid read. I'm gonna give it a 3-star, and I definitely want to try something else from this author.
I'd say some of my opinions are the same, but overall, I did enjoy mine. I think more than you enjoyed yours. Overall, I think it was an intriguing mystery. I did enjoy the storytelling. I didn't really have an issue with the pacing in this story. I did like seeing all of the information come to light. I would definitely read another Megan Miranda book. Same deal with the ending. There were some twists. I didn't think it was anything super crazy. I kind of like how it wasn't too over the top. I do think I'm going to give it a 3.5. It wasn't my favorite mystery book of all time, but I do think it was a good start to Summerween. I did like it though. I thought that this is a good start. You're like, we can only go up from here.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay, so for my second book for today, I decided to go ahead and pick our Literal Besties Book Club book, Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose. I don't own the physical copy yet, so I'm just going to read it on my Kindle. But if I love it, I'm sure I will buy it. I don't think I know anything about this book, actually. I think we just picked it because we knew a lot of people were talking about it right now. I do like the cover. I think it looks like a videotape. I think that's the whole purpose of the cover, but I don't know. I'm intrigued already.
I think I'm gonna go with Our Crooked Hearts by Melissa Albert. Like I said, it takes place in the summer. It's spooky, witchy. It's gotta be read during Summerween, and I think it hopefully will be a quick one. I'm really excited for this one, so I think I'm gonna do this one next.
I think we have 2 good books picked out for our second book for Summerween, so let's go ahead and get started, and hopefully we love them. We've been reading for a little bit. How are you liking yours so far?
I'm loving it. This is setting the tone. I'm ready for Halloween. Move aside all these summer months. It just has like the perfect witchy tone. Very different from the first book. This one's really interesting because we have a mom and a daughter POV, and they're in 2 different times. So the daughter, we're following Ivy. She has a really weird, strange encounter with someone in the middle of the night, okay? After this event, strange things start happening, and she thinks her mom knows more than she's letting on. And in the mom's POV in the past, we're getting the background story about how she got into witchcraft. So the vibes are immaculate for Summerween. Summerween. I'm super interested because it seems like the mother-daughter relationship that they're having in the present isn't very close. So I kind of like how in the present we're getting Ivy's point of view, and in the past we're getting the mother's point of view, where we can see more about her background, how she became who she is. Maybe we'll get to learn more about why her and Ivy's relationship isn't very strong. Very intriguing so far. It was kind of spooky, the opening scene. It kind of reminded me of Stranger Things when they're on the road and then they see something and they have to swerve, and just like creepy things happening. So I'm having a fun time with this one.
Mine started off pretty sad. So we're following 3 siblings and they just lost their mother, and so they're kind of going through all of her stuff, and they end up finding these VCR tapes, and their mom used to take all these videos of them, and they're kind of reminiscing on that. They end up playing some and they see something really disturbing in one of the tapes. I do like that we're following the 3 siblings, so we get each of their point of view. I like that the audiobook as well has different narrators for those point of views. Beth is the oldest sibling. She seems to be our main character that we're going to follow. She has a daughter. She's not really close to her daughter, and she was the one who was there with her mom when she was passing. She's been taking care of her mom this entire time. And then there's Nicole, who's the middle child, and she struggles with addiction, and she kind of has like money problems and things like that. And then there's the youngest, and he's the brother. His name is Michael, and it seems like the sisters kind of have this like resentment towards him because he went on to be really successful and he has all this money and a good job and everything. So the sisters just feel like he kind of left them in this really small town, and they felt like they needed him when they were younger. What they found on the tapes was really crazy, and I don't even know how I would react to this. So right now they're just trying to get more information on what they found on the cameras. They're trying to dive into this mystery.
Sounds crazy. What did they see?
I'm not gonna tell you.
That is pretty much it for our first update, though. I feel like these books are a lot more spooky than our Megan Miranda ones, so excited that they fit the theme. We're gonna keep on reading and then we will update you guys a little bit later. Okay, you guys, we've been reading for a little bit longer. Books are going well. Book is going well. I don't know about yours. Things in my book are getting juicy. I stopped right before part 2 begins, which is crazy because there's only about a third left. There is so much more happening than I was expecting. I am glued to the page. Things that I couldn't have even pictured or imagined are happening. It's insane. This is how I assumed My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix was gonna be. Not that anyone gets possessed, but like the vibes and atmosphere of this book is how I expected that book to be, and it wasn't. There are some very creepy, witchy things taking place. I'm so interested to find out how everything is connected. There's a lot of unanswered questions right now. I have a couple predictions, but honestly, nothing solid. I would love to see this as a movie. It just seems absolutely insane. I think it would be so cool to see it on the screen. This plot overall has just really impressed me, really surprised me. I cannot wait to see how it ends.
Well, I'm glad you're liking yours. I feel like I'm in the same boat as my last book. Right now, I feel like things are just kind of dragging a little bit. Things are a little bit repetitive. I do like that we're getting a lot more background information through those VCR recordings. And it's interesting because we're actually getting the mom's point of view through those VCR tapes as well. And I wasn't expecting that. I really do like that. As for the mystery itself, I'm not really guessing or trying to guess what's going to happen. I feel like I'm just kind of listening to what they have to say. Normally, I like to guess, but I don't really have many predictions right now. I have been leaving chats in our book club chat, so that's been really fun. I don't know. I don't have any guesses, so I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. I'm waiting to see if it's going to be like just like they're telling us, or if there's going to be a crazy twist. I did read The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. We both did read that, actually, and I really liked the ending of that one, so I'm hoping this will be the same kind of thing.
I should have read the book club book with you.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep on trucking. The next time we see you guys, we should be done with our second book. I'm really excited to see how mine's gonna end. guys, we have completed our second book of Summerween. Mine was phenomenal. I am never gonna get over how good this was. It was exactly what I needed it to be. At no point of this book did I know where the story was gonna go. There was twists, there was turns, it was creepy. It was a quick, easy read. Highly recommend for either summertime or the fall time. I think I'm gonna give it a 4-star. I absolutely loved it. It was such a fun read. I think I need more fun reads sometimes. I loved how they wrapped everything up at the end. I think it was done so well. Everything made sense. Everything clicked into place. This is one that would be interesting to read again now that you know what is going to happen. But honestly, a perfect Summerween book. I'm so happy I decided to go with this one.
Well, I'm so glad you loved yours. I'm thinking 3.5 for mine, which is better than the first book I read, so I'll give it that. I did like the ending. I'm surprised I didn't guess the big twist. But then again, it's like the twist wasn't that shocking either. It was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Right.
That makes sense. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I think I did like The Perfect Marriage a little bit more from this author. It was a quick and easy, short mystery thriller, if that's what you're looking for. I know this is our Literal Besties Book Club book, so I hope you besties love the book. If you're not already part of the Literal Besties Book Club, we will leave that link in the description. We're reading Home is Where the Bodies Are this month, so you have the rest of July to read it. And then the chats will stay there too when we're moving on to another book, so that's always fun. I'm excited for you to read it.
Me too.
So we can talk about it together.
Honestly, I'd say a successful Summerween for us. I think the actual week was supposed to be like the 5th through the 11th, but we were a little late since all of our videos got pushed back. But honestly, I feel like you could do Summerween at any point in the summer. Read some spooky books whenever you want to. We're definitely going to continue reading some mystery thrillers throughout this month. We're just prioritizing our July TBR. I think we're going to wrap up the video here though. We spent the entire day reading. I'm so happy we liked our books. Let us know if you participated in Summerween this year or if you're going to. Let us know what books you're going to read for the prompts. Reminder that Magic Mind link is in the description along with our code if you're interested in purchasing. That is pretty much it for today's video though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys next time.
Fable, Literal Besties group to
Read some spooky books. Books?
You know what I was thinking? We could be doing Christmas in July too.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
That is a huge
I
thing.
thought it was just for Hallmark, but that's a good idea. We should have done it.